What's up everybody, my name is Chris, and today in this video I want to just give you a bit of a heads up in terms of what is going to happen on this channel in the next few weeks as I am traveling to Marbella, Spain for the production of a yoga course for Nicole's platform Niyama.Academy. We are going to do this as a business trip for the production of videos as well as said yoga course, and I am also planning to produce videos from there to publish here on the channel. Now for us this is really exciting because in the last 2 years we didn't really travel much, and especially not outside of this country. However, we both love travel, and I actually spent a couple of years on the road just traveling as a digital nomad. Now this is far from digital nomad life because we are just going to go to one apartment there in an Airbnb and stay there pretty much for 4 weeks, and we have a car and just living in that other environment. Now that, however, is also one of the great things about this trip, which is the exploration of a different space, a place where I've already been and something that has already inspired me to go there again. However, it is also different from where we are right now. Now, Marbella has a completely different climate. For one, it's going to be much warmer than where we are here in Hof, Germany, which is kind of starting to get a little colder as we are moving into autumn. Now that is great because we both, Nicole and I, like the warmer weather, and we are noticing how the mood shifts when the summer comes and you are getting a more positive vibe around you. Additionally, we also will have access to the ocean as well as a pool, and then the backcountry with more mountains to hike and climb. And that is something that is just overall super interesting and fun for us. And of course, a great backdrop for all of the courses and videos we are going to produce. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Marbella specifically is a place that is super interesting for me because of one specific creator, and that is Jon Olsen and of course Janni Dehler with their vlogs and their content on Instagram and so on. That basically inspired me to check that place out more and see what it's really about. And with a small part, this trip here is actually also a consideration trip in terms of checking it out whether or not Marbella might be a place for us to eventually find an apartment in the next few years. Now that is something we're going to be looking at, and maybe we'll even have a couple of showings in terms of being able to view apartments, which may be interesting to move into. However, that's not the main objective of this trip. The main objective of this trip is the yoga course as well as the retreat planning for the upcoming retreat of the Niyama studio coming up next year. Those two projects are the reason why we invested heavily into equipment and gear. Now I will also show you what I'm going to bring for this multi-camera course production with 2 Canon EOS Rs, multiple lenses, then of course the vlogging kit with the GoPro Hero 10 as I've showed here on the channel recently, and the gimbal, and much, much more. All of the things that we need to make this a reality. And of course also heavy in terms of travel, because we'll have to bring all of this. We'll have to make sure that it fits into the specifications by the airlines, and then we'll also have to make sure that we are able to carry all that load to those different locations we are planning to visit. Now for the retreat specifically, we are going to look at the villa Nicole has found and is probably going to rent for this event, and we are going to try to also include you in this process and show you how all of that is going down and what is going to happen there. Of course, the retreat itself is in German, as well as the yoga course that we are going to be talking about. Those are also in German. However, I want to document the process of the creation of all of this and show you a bit of the behind the scenes of all of these processes. And it's not just about the process of the filming on location. It's also going to be about the process of getting everything online, edited, published, and of course also what kind of platforms we are going to be using for that. And I'm going to include videos about that here on the channel, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. We are planning to actually produce the whole course in 4K. And that is actually one of the other things that is really interesting here, because of course the Canon EOS R does not shoot 4K in full frame, but it does so with a crop factor. Now, for this kind of locked off positions camera situation, that's not going to be the biggest issue. However, editing 4K on my computer, that is an issue. And I'm actually crossing my fingers that Apple will announce and release the M1X laptops soon so that I can get my hands on one for the editing process to go much more smoothly and easily for me so I can actually get all of this ready and going for a release on the 1st of December of this online yoga course. Now, I am super excited. It has been a great journey up to this point, and we've done so much investing in this project so that we are ready to rock and roll when we hit the ground there. We'll have a car there, we have our tickets for the train and airplane, we have our accommodation in our Airbnb, we know what is going on there, and I personally know a couple of things around the area. So that's going to be a good starting point. But it's also a real adventure because, again, it's the first time traveling for the last 2 years, and it is a different type of travel to make all of these videos, produce a multiple hours long course on location, doing so with the wind and the weather, of course, to know what is going to happen there. And still, we are not a cinema production, so we don't have like 15 people running around that can help us bring shade to certain places. We're not going to have a helicopter bring in stuff or anything like that. We are just 2 people having a backpack full of gear and going on a hike. Now, I hope I can transfer this excitement here throughout this video and invite you to be part of this journey. And if you are, please let me know in the comment section down below, and also ask any questions you might have about this project, and of course also what we are doing, how we are doing it, and so on. I'm really looking forward to incorporating those types of questions into upcoming videos as I make those happen. Now, I have to end this video here because we are leaving in about 60 hours and I still have some packing, client work, and I have to exchange some pants that I bought but didn't fit. And yeah, it's just so much. So I hope, again, you're excited. Join this journey, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you're excited for this journey as much as I am. And with all that said, I hope to see you on this journey, and have an amazing day, make it your life, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.